Thursday, August 21st, continuing with the S&P 500 daily update series, this week focused on industrials. So let's take a look at the dashboard for the industrial sector. We can see that it's split almost half and half on the day, with Ceridian again on top. A lot of excitement about the potential take private of that company. And then all the way at the bottom, Generac Holdings here in, let's see, Milwaukee. So I wanted to take a closer look at the ground transportation subsector, being that it's the third largest subsector in the industrials. And I think I mentioned this before, a little surprised to see Uber Technologies as part of the industrials and not an information technology company. But they're located, not surprisingly, here with a lot of tech-related peers in San Francisco. And Uber, as most people know, operates in a highly competitive environment. There's always the threat of new entrants to the market. It's not that difficult to develop a ride-sharing app and the navigation capability. Suppliers have a lot of bargaining power, as do customers, and the changing nature of transportation, work from home, vehicle ownership, all of these things impact Uber's business. So it's an interesting one to keep an eye on, kind of at the intersection of ground transportation and technology. So moving on, quick look at the energy sector. Most of the energy companies are up on the day, especially here in our Houston energy cluster. Valero being on top. Utilities, pretty low activity across the board. Entergy is the biggest gainer. They're here in New Orleans, and they've been a lot in the news recently, having to do with their deals with Meta and other tech companies building data centers down here in the Gulf Coast region. And finally, taking a look at the overall market, Intel giving up some of those previous gains. I mentioned the excitement around a potential U.S. government stake in the SoftBank investment yesterday. Reminder, Intel's in the Silicon Valley, San Jose area. But the biggest gainer for the day is Analog Devices. And this is a company, semiconductor manufacturer, headquartered here in Wilmington, Massachusetts. They specialize in data conversion, signal processing, power management, and they just delivered an earnings and revenue beat, bullish forward guidance, all stemming from robust industrial and automotive demand. So that brought their shares yesterday up 6.26%. So that's it for today's update. We'll do one more of these industrial focus updates before moving on to information technology next week, and that'll close out this iteration of the video series. So thanks so much for your time. Hope to see you tomorrow.